What is up, folks? Jorge Anito here. Thanks for stopping by and welcome back. My friends, today we have a top 5 list for you with a few honorable mentions. This is the top 5 professional magicians who are actually just hobbyists and not professional at all. And what I mean by that is that magic isn't their profession, right? So they're just hobbyists, self-professed hobbyists, very passionate about magic. Some of these guys, actually most all of them, have released published works, be it downloads, books, things of that sort. And so if one was to just look at the material that they've blessed the magic community with, one would be led to think that, wow, this person is a professional. This is what they do for a living. And that couldn't be further from the truth. They all have vocations that are quite different from their hobby. And so, the reason for this list, let me go ahead and say, is because I find it very interesting. And it's a piece of theory that I've heard a few people posit and put forth, and it's this. If you have magic as just a hobby, then you are left to pursue it, enjoy it, you're passionate about it, you can explore, you can do whatever. You kind of hold, there's a pure admiration and passion for the art form when it's just a hobby. And you don't have the burden of, doing it as a vocation, right? As a means to an end. You're not doing it in order to eat, right? So you're just left to enjoy it as a hobby. And some people, like myself, I'm just a hobbyist, right? I have a vocation that is completely different than my hobby, but that allows me to be detached, severed from the burden of, trying to perform for a living and make money at it. And that's with a lot of these guys. So, without further ado, let's get into this list. I do need to credit Mexie Mex. I consulted Mexie because I only had three people. I'm like, you're a knowledgeable guy. He's helped me out in the past. He's over from the UK. Check him out. He has a really cool Discord server. I think is it Twitch or Discord? I'm gonna have to check. But anyway, Mexie Mex, you helped me out such a great deal. So, thank you for that. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Coming in at number 5 is Harrison Ong. Wow, this guy is nothing short of amazing. He's produced multiple downloads. He's published books. His most recent, Principia, which is nothing absolutely short of amazing. Wow, so this is a Singapore teacher. He's a physics high school teacher over in Singapore. That's what he does. But he loves card magic. I'm such a fan of his. Let me go ahead and say you should check out his Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description. He's very involved on Instagram. In fact, he says that's one of the places where it's like an outlet for him. He could just kind of cut loose and share his ideas, his effects, his sleights, handling. And he also interacts with others. He invites people to come on with him there on Instagram Live and, show him what you got. And so, really a super cool guy. Number 5, physics teacher, Harrison Ong. Coming in at number 4 is Guy Hollingworth. Maybe you've heard of him. Guy is famous for his book, Drawing Room Deceptions, a work that is highly sought after by magicians. Guy was famous for taking close-up card magic and applying it to, or making it applicable to a parlor setting, a much bigger audience. You could see here his version of twisting the aces. He calls waving the aces, and he does it up in front of him. Really, really cool ideas. This guy's a barrister. A barrister is a term I wasn't familiar with. Over here, we call them attorneys, counselors, esquires. Basically, he's an attorney at law. So he deals in advising, giving legal advice, advocating in court. Yeah, he's a barrister. Number 4, Guy Hollingworth. Coming in at number 3, who we see before us is a young John Bannon. John Bannon is famous for his card magic. Wow, need I say more? He has released so many good effects onto the magic world. We're nothing short of blessed by his contribution. And, you know, John is actually just an attorney at law. He's a pretty big attorney down in Chicago, Illinois. So, yeah, that's what he does. He pursues magic as a hobby. It's what he does. And he's so into it that, yeah, he has to get it out. He has to release it. I mean, there's so much. This guy is a genius. He's so brilliant. It's great to see him work. It's even better when you pick up one of his effects and you do it for yourself. I mean, the guy's stuff is amazing. So, yeah, there you have it. Number 3, John Bannon. Alrighty then. Coming in at number 2 is one of the most obscure guys. I mean, trying to find anything on this guy is just near impossible. Very, very challenging, very difficult. It's Ray Crosby. So, actually good friends with Ernest Eric, Ray Crosby, and Bill Goodwin actually got a hold of Stephen Minch and encouraged him to write Ernest Eric's book. So, yeah, this guy right here, maybe most famous for his Ray's Rise. It's like a rising card. A card is selected, outjogged, or stuck in the deck in an outjogged position, and you just watch it slowly rise to the top. Nothing short of amazing. Of course, Xavier Spade has his handling on it, called Xavier's Rise, of which he got Ray's permission to put that out there. So, as far as I can find out, Ray is a self-professed hobbyist. As far as I can research, I'm pretty sure he's a tech guy. He's a computer guy. You know, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, it's very difficult to find anything on this guy. There's a few performances on YouTube. You know, he doesn't do this for a profession. It's just, and you can even see some of the awkwardness, you know, of him. He actually says that he has stage fright. You know, he's not a fan of performing. But, you know, this is something that he's so good at, very technical. I believe his DVD was called Impossible Card Magic of Ray Crosby. Anyway, there you have it. Number 2, Ray Crosby. And my number 1 pick for pro magician who's actually just a hobbyist, magic not being his profession, is Ernest Eric. Most famous for his highly sought after advanced sleight of card masterpiece by Forces Unseen, the innovative card magic of Ernest Eric, written by Stephen Minch. Yeah, Ernest Eric is one of the masters of sleight of hand. I enjoy this book so much, as do countless others. This guy was actually just a manager of some financial office at university. It's what he did. He very seldom performed for people. Rather, it was just a hobby. You know, he loved researching magic. He loved innovating. He loved problem solving. When he was presented with an issue, you know, type of handling on an effect, he would seek to discover a solution. And what we have here in this masterpiece is his life's work of problem solving, innovating, and it's nothing short of miraculous. It is such a joy to read through this book. And so, number 1, pro magician that's actually just a hobbyist, Ernest Eric. So we're going to end the note on 2 honorable mentions, right? And the first, another guy suggested to me by Mexie Mex, and that is David Regal. We all know his card magic. Great stuff. He's a script writer. Yeah, who knew? And my second honorable mention is Dave over at Magic Orthodoxy. Famous channel for reviewing anything magic related. Yeah, there's even a few performances. He even has a secondary channel where he teaches like beginner to intermediate style card magic. It's called the Magic Channel. But yeah, Dave, he's actually a senior pastor of a church. So yeah, these guys have professions that are quite a bit different from their hobby, and that's okay. And I think that's why I feel such an intrigue, a connection with them, because I can identify, as I'm sure that many of you can too. So it's something that we love, and it's just kind of a fresh breath of air, breath of fresh air. There you go. When you could see just normal guys, everyday people who, just enjoy pursuing what they love, card magic. So, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I have. Jorge Anito here, signing off. Be blessed.